educators. Welcome all aspirational educators for today's event. This is Veena, founder of Caprix Learning Lab, a curriculum company. When I was a child, our entire family used to wait for Friday evening, 7:30. We would sit in front of the TV to watch this program. How many of you are able to relate to this? Yes. So we used to have this video recorder in our home, and we will record all the songs in the cassette. Those who doesn't know about the program, this is the only Tamil program which used to be played in those days during the Friday evenings. So we used to record the songs, and we would play whenever we wanted to. And the company who invented this video cassettes is called Telecan in the year 1963, but unfortunately, this company is no longer found. They have gone obsolete because of the reason they did not upgrade themselves. The cassette technology did not have enough features which would withstand for a long term. This is because of the reason future-proof. Future-proof is the idea of designing something in a way that it minimizes the risk of the organization, or be it a school, becoming obsolete or outdated. So as schools, it's high time for us to think that we should not go obsolete. What is that we can do for our children? I think everyone have your notebooks and a pen on your table. Can you all write just one or two unique points that you follow in your school to make your children future ready? How are you doing it? Definitely there would be some unique pointers that will be which you will be following in the school. You could just make note of it, and I'll come to this slide at the end of the presentation. There is one organ in our entire body which takes its shape based on the interaction with the surrounding. Can you guess the organ? It's the brain. The neurons in the brain, it takes the shape based on the interaction with the surroundings. And it starts developing right from 3 months of conception, and it goes on till the child becomes adult, among which 92% of the brain develops at the age of 8 years. So imagine how crucial is our role to be played in the foundational years, the education of the foundational year children. When I was 8 years old, my younger sister was born. And when she was born, she kept on kicking her legs very often, and her hands as well. I always used to go hold her legs from kicking, because once my grandma told kicking is a disrespectful act. So I always used to do that. But then after 15 years, I realized that children do kick because they want to do it without any purpose. But later, the brain starts developing the neurons, and this cognitive growth happens. They start doing it with intention. Once they start observing that when we kick some object, the object moves, they start doing it with intention, and this is the first sign of cognitive growth. As the cognitive growth happens, we need to focus on the cognitive abilities of the children. So in order to make the children future ready, we will be focusing on these 5 cognitive abilities: reasoning and problem solving, language and verbal abilities, executive functions like organizing, planning out things, etc., socio-emotional learning, memory, and attention. So how are we going to do this? I'm going to give you 5 key principles through which this can be achieved. Number 1, interdisciplinary approach instead of subject-specific. Interdisciplinary is not a new word. It has been prevalent right from our Vedic period. But due to the British invasion, the education system completely changed, and we started following the rote learning. Through interdisciplinary approach, child will be able to connect things around them. So there are few ways through which you could achieve. Any concept that you teach for the child, if everything around them for that particular month is going to revolve about the specific concept, the child's memory would be retained for a very long time. Say, for example, celestial bodies, if I'm going to teach it through a rhyme, a play, through an art, story, literacy, or math, the concept would be retained in that memory for a very long time. Through stories. Stories is a wonderful means of teaching children a lot of things apart from English. We can teach EVS. For example, in our storybook, I Love Colors, we teach about the features of the dog. the number of legs the dog has got, number of eyes, so it covers the math concept. What are the names of the colors used? Literacy. When two colors are mixed, what is the third color that is being formed? That is a science concept. So we cover different subjects into the storybook. Not only the subjects, we can teach the children the socio-emotional values like being empathetic. In the My Pet Sasha storybook, we cover the child being empathetic to the dog. And we can also bring in gender equality and inclusivity in our books, which is being followed by, told in NEP. So not only children doesn't learn only when we teach them to do this or that. They keep learning things from whatever they see around them. So bring in inclusivity and gender equality in the pictures that you show in the book. Enough of father reading the newspaper and mother cooking inside the kitchen. Let's do it the reverse. Father can help the mother in kitchen and children can do the household chores. The second point is play. Play is the work of the child, quoted by Maria Montessori. She is the author of Montessori method of learning. All of us have got two brains, left brain and right brain. Right brain is the one which is formed first, and this brain always learns things to creativity. It learns things through play. So whatever is being learned through right brain will be retained for a very long time. So when you teach children through play, it retains for a long time. There are different types of play. One is pretend play, disguising themselves as a doctor or a scientist. And then cognitive games helps the child to improve the memory and vision. STEM experiments kindles the curiosity in the child. Life skill activities like buttoning or tying the lace of the shoe will increase the independence in the child. Sorting, matching, sequencing, and building blocks are few more activities through which the child's fine motor skills will be developed. And these are the different types of games that can be played with the children to improve their academic development. You need not worry where to find these games. These are available in our Caprix app curriculum. We have got all the lesson plan for the entire day, what a child needs to be done. So that is completely given in the Caprix app curriculum. Third point, be innovative and creative. When I say that a 7-year and an 8-year-old child will be able to create stories and compose their own songs, do you wonder how it can be done? Yes, we are able to do this using our books, and the way we train the children, we train the teachers, so the teacher in turn train the children to do this. Innovation is the key for success of this generation children. As a first step in kindergarten, when it comes to rhymes, we completely avoid dark rhymes for children. Dark rhymes are certain rhymes that are composed in the Western countries due to some unanticipated situations, some dark situations, they would have composed it. Avoid singing these rhymes and start composing conceptual rhymes. Whenever we hear something through in the way of song, we used to remember it for a long time. That is the reason we all remember even the lyrics of the songs that we have heard in the childhood times. So we can blend both traditional rhyme with the new generation rhymes. Then our fourth point is traditional literacy versus digital literacy. We are all addicted towards cursive writing. We are obsessed with cursive writing, and we make children write imposition and repeated practice of writing, which is traditional literacy, but it does not help in the innovation and creativity of the children. Let's abandon that and move to digital literacy. Digital literacy, where the literacy should be imbibed in the child. They should understand where to use this language in communicating with others. Along with this, when inquisitive questions are asked with the children will be able to comprehend the question and answer you back. The fifth point is move from subject-based to skill-based assessment. There are a lot of things that can be assessed in the child. Child is not an accident to be reported. Teachers should assess the child throughout the year on both the skills that are developed and underdeveloped, and they have to act like a doctor to prescribe the solution for the problems the children are facing. Now, coming back to my first question, how are you going to future-proof your school? I have given you 5 different answers, and I believe that if you're going to follow these steps, you could take your school to a different level. Thank you so much. We are at stall number 16, Caprix Learning Lab. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am.